Who's that? It's the stream. And I'm joined here with my manic pixie dream boyfriend, Barrett Bryant.
Yeah, that's me. We're back.
That's you.
Yeah, we're in round 6 of the Atlanta Regional, and it is getting down to the wire, which means we're probably going to see some repeat characters. We're going to start seeing some things that we've already seen, but we still have some spice, of course, and from players that we know and love in our entire game. We have Justin Martin here piloting not Zeke Yeager War Chief, but Zeke Yeager. Full stop.
Zeke Yeager.
From
Zeke Yeager? Zeke Yeager.
From Attack on Titan Set 2, and the life symbol. I mean, we saw this character make a Top Cut appearance in Louisville, and a second one almost Top Cut as well in Louisville. And this is the choice from one of the premier MGLA players.
Yeah, I asked him why he chose Zeke 1, and he said it was between a couple decks, and the reason he went with this instead of the second Zeke is because, A, it's a little easier, and the cards they had lying around were these ones.
That's a good answer.
I think it's a great answer, right? If you don't have enough of those Falling Titans, or if you don't want to do the... Anyway, they're similar, but they do differ enough that they're doing that.
And then Versa is one of our premier judges and tournament organizer assisters of the entire game, Ryan Field from Rochester, piloting the tried and true Godzilla King of the Monsters, of course.
Yeah, Jesse was talking about this deck having some technology in it, and I'm trying to find exactly what that might be.
Is it your finger guns?
Ooh,
we love finger guns.
I do like finger guns. What can we do with finger guns?
Finger guns usually being very good for any sort of like ability on play, right?
Right.
It doesn't work with blitzes per
se.
se.
If Midoriya flashes your move, you respond finger guns.
And then you have it right back ready to go.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so, some interesting technology, of course, within stuff in the format. And it makes sense, right? Both of these players being 4-0-1 as we go into round 6. And Justin Martin winning the die roll, going first. And he's got that incredible Zeke alt-art, too, where he gets to hold his own teddy bear.
You got to start him young.
Yeah, oh, my God. All right. And then we have a solid build 3 backups and 1 foundation. And the key number we're looking here for Zeke is 4. You need 4 backups when you go to play that form ability, which would allow you to draw 4 cards. And if you draw 4 or more cards this way, you can transform onto the backside. And then eventually, or essentially, all of your stuff gets 2/2.
He warps into a 6-hander, right?
Yeah. So we'll flash the other bad side. So your ranged attacks get +2/+2, and then you can start, instead of building your backups, you can discard them from your hand to selectively go pick up any ranged attack from your discard pile.
He's a very interesting variation of this backup theme. He does not get to commit the backups, right, to pass checks.
No.
But that doesn't matter. You say, oh yeah, just I like this hand, the sweeping hand motion. Just tap him.
He said tap them all because
them all.
I mean we built 3 backups straight into this 5 difficulty Beast Titan Rock Barrage. Build in 1 more backup from our discard pile. We have the magic 4. We're flipping over.
Yeah, it's time. He's gonna draw 4 cards. I think the funniest. I played this deck in my local, not this specific one, but I played a deck like this in local with this character, and I waited till I had 8 backups because I thought it would be funny.
You were a 5-hander all the way until you.
Oh yeah,
8.
I just didn't press the button, and I was like, "Oh, you all 8." But yeah, we're gonna see him flip over, turn into his true form, the Beast Titan.
Yeah, draw 4 cards, transform, and now we have that powerful ability where any of these backups in our hand now we get to really take advantage of.
Yeah.
Of course, our attack also connected, so Ryan Field down to 29, and we're gonna go ahead and build out our stage because, not like you said, not only do we draw 4 cards, but now we're a 6-hander for the entirety of the game.
Yeah, but we do need to be a little wary about our board, though, right? This is not one of those backup decks like Annie or like Hanji, who can use those backups to pass checks, right?
Or also, like, you can't protect them, right? Han says you can't attack my 4 different ones. One of the biggest things that we saw Calvin Harrigal, or Wub, play when he beat a Zeke Yeager from AOT2 in top 4 was that there was a real decision on when to attack the backups because keeping your rival off of them. But now that we've already transformed, you don't really care anymore about if these backups die, especially, aside from our attacks that scale based off of how many we have in our stage. But City Rampage coming down. We did check a 3 on it, though, of course. So this is going to be...
This Titan Clip is going to have +3 to the check. It doesn't matter if you check the 6 anyway. But we did use the league interview as well. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know how deep exactly Ryan's going to be able to go with only 1 foundation ready.
Yeah, luckily we are allowed to build in a 6 check from here, and I think that's probably one of the bigger parts about that technology. We did check a finger guns here.
Yeah.
That does
Finger
check.
guns is a 6 check.
It is a 6 check.
check.
Do you think you'll need it for this matchup?
No.
But here's another tech for it, though.
Oh,
if your
wow.
attack gets filled with doubted, like this one, which means we don't have our finger guns
can
out
just
of time,
pick it right back up.
you can pick it right back up. And you
Yeah.
still have your +2 to your check because of the City Rampage. You
Yeah.
can play it again.
I like that inclusion a lot. You pointed it out, and it like clicked with me. This is a cool card for a character like Godzilla. You know, and it does pretty much everything you'd want, because a lot of the cards that stimmy your aggression are at response speed on play, where they're just like, hey, most of the text is on your attack, so I'm going to seal it, or I'm going to flash it, or any number of different things. And so it's just and like at the end of the day, it's a 6 check, right? So it also does the thing that you want to do, with Titan Cliffs, to be able to build in a 6 check. And you see that Ryan's deck is built for that sort of consistency. And Ryan is not a name that we've seen a whole lot this year, because he's been judging, right?
Yeah.
You and I were talking about how Ryan is kind of, he's somebody that we just haven't seen at events. And we see now 4-0, 5-0, actually, at this event so far. So it's not as if judging has made him worse.
He hasn't lost, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I think when you judge in this game, as long as you're so close to it still, and again, he's so close to strong players like Kevin Broberg, Tim Keefe, Giggles of Rochester CCG, you are very keen on what's going on in the game at that time. So it makes sense. And, you pay attention to one tournament, like the Canadian one, which a lot of the Rochester guys went to.
Yeah.
And you think it is a good choice going into this format.
Yeah. Well, and I also like to say, that there's a plethora of guys who only play locals, right?
Yeah.
I think for every one of us that has traveled to events, there's some guys who just can't get the time off, or they have family at home they don't want to leave behind. There are a lot of really powerful players, really, really strong, very consistent players who don't show up to these regionals, and it's cool to see, a guy who, was otherwise preoccupied. He was judging and see that, there are people who can jump out of the woodwork and kind of rock the boat in the format this deep into the year, right? Ryan is not somebody who is on the board, right, for players close to get to Worlds Day 2 yet, and yet I could see him winning, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Even though he's not on the board.
Yeah, and we picked a strong character to achieve that goal. But after that aggressive turn, City Rampage into the Titan Cliff that got sealed, into a determined advance, building out a pass-through walls afterwards. We have now passed back to Justin, who is a now 6-hander as this backside of Zeke, or the Beast Titan now.
Yep.
And now we have to make a decision on how we're going to close out this game, and our hand is quite aggressive.
It is a lot of angry cards.
And I think that's the biggest thing about, yes, Falling Titans is very good for this deck, but you are playing them on raw 6s. There's no Zeke Yeager +2 to my check when I'm on the backside. There's not a lot of extra help when it comes to playing these cards. But instead, we are going to lead things off, I think, with the Beast Titan Rock Barrage, the Obsidian version of it.
Yeah. It's certainly a 5-diff with a 3-check, and it's going to get 2/2 from something.
Yeah, it's got range.
Then the answer is Zeke himself, when he turns to the flip side, gives ranged moves +2/+2.
Yes, and then we're going to be able to still build in a backup of our choice.
Yep,
Of course,
there's
it's time
the
for these.
9 Titans.
Yeah, time to get the 9 Titans on our stage, which means we can usually have to play less moves to win the game.
Yep.
But we do have a lot of momentum on Ryan's side of the board, so we essentially have -2 speed. And
A lot of momentum, but a completely tapped board.
Yeah.
And we did take damage last turn.
Yeah, we are at 29. I believe this is the correct. We have only taken 5 from that first Beast Titan Rock Barrage. And again, we only have 3 foundations here on Justin's side, but we are using these Yeager as followers aggressively in the sense of looking at the top card of our deck, and you're allowed to mill it if you'd like.
Quick look. Let's see how many 6 checks are in Justin's deck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it hard stopped. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is what it looks like.
12.
rounding.
Okay, 12. Yeah, because I think that's a thing that
Matters.
If you're playing with your Falling Titans, and just because you don't have +2 to your checks doesn't mean you can't start trying to do this dang thing,
Yeah.
But because I was curious, the only foundations we have on the board are 6 checks.
That is true, and there's one on top of the
There's one on
discard
top
pile,
of the discard pile,
and
so I
2
was
in our
curious.
stage on backups, right?
Yeah. I was definitely curious. I don't. So I will assume that Ryan's not going to be able to block very much this. You see, you blocked the Rampage, or with a Rampage, blocked the Beast Titans Rock Barrage, but we're going to see if Justin is going to go deeper in this turn or try to survive another turn.
And we have access to other strong tools that, you know,
Harness
as soon, Harness on Death can be so powerful in the sense of you catch your opponent without a low, it all of a sudden is doing way more damage than a normal move would do. But here is a Falling Titans on a 6/7, checking a 5. And so, regardless if you loop this or not, quote unquote, it's sometimes you can just shift it down, and it's a foundation that says, as cost, pick it back up whenever you need it.
And you see, we're using the 9 Titans response, going to double its damage from it's printed 6, I think, right?
It is, and it comes in with a 2.
It comes with a 2, so it goes to 8. It's a 16 damage move, a nice healthy chunk taken off of Godzilla here. And if you're trying to live for another turn off of the back of some pretty effective DR and maybe 1 or 2 powerful blocks, I think that we could do could see us live here, especially with the amount of Yeagerist followers that we have here, right?
Yeah, you get to constantly take a look, and I think he's saying that I think it's a 5 on top of our deck is what I peaked. We are okay with that. But not having access now to the 9 Titans anymore, but got
13.
Yeah, straight down, taking the 16 straight to the face. I would say normally we would need 1 more to go for the kill, but you actually still are going to need to play that card twice.
Does falling? Oh, it goes to your hand.
Yeah, it's in your hand after a resolve. So you have cleared a little bit of progressive, but if you want to play it again, it's still on a 7.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I could see, from 13, how many backups in the yard could the Harness Undeath kill? Is it ranged?
It's not, only a spell.
Okay, so it would be 4 low with a card and card pool, functionally 5 speed, quote unquote. Could it kill? You'd only need, 7, 8, 9, you need 9 backups.
Yes, yeah. And you can also sack one off when you would play it for the blitz to give it echo.
Oh, but we don't have the momentum for it.
You don't have to, but it feeds one of the yard.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Well, there's the
Falling Titans again on a 7, and there it is. We're going to check the 5, completely tap out. Luckily, the stats from Zeke are static. They're going to happen no matter what. But this isn't lethal quite yet. This is only going to be 4/8, but we're going to take a peek at the top.
Look for a 6 check?
I think he's looking for a 6 check, but even then, you don't have an extra foundation to pass the check for this card. It would have to be something else.
Yeah, no 3 diffs in the deck. I just don't see how this ends in a winning line. Gonna get rid of the...
We are looking. He said, I think this is the only line I maybe win this game.
There are 12 in the deck, right?
Get rid of one. Yeah, but we can see 5 here. We know there's at least 6 of them out. Like it's some tight odds for sure. As he chooses to put the 3 check into the discard pile, I think he's just going to go for it. We are going to pick this up.
Oh, it's on a 5. It's on a 5 because you pick up the...
Yeah, so we just need a good check. Harness on Death on a 5. And that's it. That is the correct. That's a driven from Retribution. It checks a 5. Now it's all about, do you have a proper block for Ryan? Because Ryan does have a floating +2 to the block here and still 1 momentum. This could be blocked.
+2 from what?
We used a momentum and just didn't play a block.
Oh, more blocks.
+4
from Ryan.
for our check.
So if he has the low block,
we could live here.
Could live.
Shows it. It is a low block. We need to check. Checks a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4,
Makes the check.
5, 6, 7, exactly. And we had our Godzilla in case we even checked a 4 there. Yeah. But that is the perfect block. We had it. And Justin went for the reach, really did go for it there, and just fell short. And the only real choice here is that maybe we try and do a little bit more. No 6 check on top to go for, but we did build 1 more Zeke Yeager.
I completely spaced on the Falling Titans picking back up.
Yes.
I thought the harnessing was on the 6. That's on me, guys.
That's okay.
That's on me.
Even on the 5, I think it was still a risk, right? We didn't know the knowledge. We had to mill that card off the top of our deck.
But sort of crucially, Ryan has to do 20, and he used a rampage and an attack defensively,
and all our momentum,
and all of our momentum. And it is the correct play, right?
Yes.
You have to live, but we see here we don't have a rampage now. We only have 1 attack. So we have to try to dig for something, and this is not equipped to do that. These are not all of the ferocious attackers and things like that to try to get more attacks in hand. This is a measured, technical Godzilla, I'd say.
Yeah.
We're playing a little more defense than we're used to Godzilla playing normally.
This is no Calvin Tahan. I'm going to play 4 copies of all of the aggressive pieces that are going to help me win the game. Some of those, though, are also coincidentally defensive. But, Ryan played great defense there. I think,
100%. A lesser player would have died.
Yeah. I would agree.
I
wouldn't have had that floating 2 earlier.
100%. He was thinking, I need to prepare for this situation where I might die, and this floats. So, great heads-up play there. But it does mean we seeded, space for this turn, right?
Yeah, and Justin's already pressed all of our buttons
there it
for -6 damage. He
There's
says,
game one.
he goes, hey, I don't have another one. You got it. Game one going to Justin because Ryan was at 3 and said, I'm not going to be able to survive again. So game one, Zeke Yeager's up.
Yeah. I'll have some aggressive play, right? Playing
Yeah.
things on 7s. This is not a deck with 12 attacks in it.
Very fringe lines, too. Like,
Yeah.
Justin was like razor-thin margins, right? Every single one of those Yeager's followers taking a look at and trying to figure out, can I play the next card? Can I play the next card?
Yes.
Is it worth playing this on a 7, tapping my board out, and then going for it on the 5? And it ended up working in the sense of sometimes as a 6-hander going
Pressure.
back,
Yeah.
you don't have it,
Yeah.
and that means you lose the game on the next turn.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, oftentimes a 6-hander is looking to kill you on a follow-up, which means they're gripping the cards they really want for that follow-up turn because there's no guarantee they're going to be able to draw on the next turn.
Yeah.
Holding the rampage, right? Making your opponent block with it, a big deal. Making them block with an attack.
Smash.
Making them use the momentum defensively,
Yep.
right? And like I agree. That was the play. That was an incredibly good defensive play. We hardly ever see Godzilla use their enhanced defensively, but pressuring it to that point is a really cool heads-up sort of situation with, like you said, very thin, razor-thin margins.
Occam's razor's edge is what I would call it.
Occam's razor's
Is that not the, Occam's razor? Yeah.
Occam's razor is don't blame something for malice, which can be explained with ineptitude.
Well, I don't think either of these players are inept.
So you think they're malicious?
No, wait, no. I guess I used the wrong word then. That's on me. I just thought it sounded cool.
It is cool. It is cool.
I don't know who Occam is, but
There's 3 razors I think everybody should know. It's Occam's razor, Hanlon's razor, and the Hitchens
Motorola
razor.
razor.
Oh, that's the 4th one. Anyway, I'll ask you a question I asked Jesse earlier.
Sure, yeah.
Do you fist bump or handshake between every game or at the end of the match?
Into the match.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps doing it between games now. They're like, oh, do a nice game. Well, fist
I also
bump
don't hit my opponents.
Dude, fist bump.
For everyone at home, he just hits me. He hit me on my lapel and was like, fist bump me.
Oh, I hit you on the nipple.
Well, what? I mean, I have a shirt on.
I am
but-
very specific.
Okay. Sideboards, do you care about? I mean, I'm not really big on the sideboard technology in the sense of just I think a lot of sideboards in this game right now, people are obviously teching for the big stuff in the format. Like, my biggest question is, does Ryan have, more copies of Finger Guns? Because I like that kind of thing going on, but it's not necessarily ideal in this matchup. I would think that, cards like Cape of No Return that we do have in our board and things like Filled with Doubt probably do a little bit more than Finger Guns right now.
Yeah. The Finger Guns is there because you're worried about specific tools, perhaps, and but the flip side is also true. If you think your opponent's going to be sideboarding in more of those Filled with Doubts, then you want to keep the thing fast.
True.
But yeah, it depends on your outlook for the sideboard. Do you want to shore up weaknesses, or do you want to completely change your deck? And in both of these cases, I think they are doing something different. I think Justin's deck, his sideboard options are shoring up things that he's already good at, main board.
Yeah.
And Ryan is very specifically looking for, these are my defensive tools.
Yes.
Right?
And now we're going to go first, so maybe you just don't even bring them in right now.
I don't think that I would. I wouldn't want to ruin the consistency of my deck going first.
Maybe a couple copies. I think things like Guardian Angel, Tiny Town are, if you're playing as damage reduction, just feel good to put in your deck.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we saw those Titans Under Orders do a total of -12 damage that entire game. And I'm not saying we didn't live at 12, obviously, but it didn't.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel good.
Absolutely not.
It does not feel good. To have our character not have a static for a move?
True.
Illegal.
Yeah. Justin Martin, statics everywhere. +2/+2.
True.
Ryan Field, statics in shambles.
Yeah, actually in shambles. And we had to use our ability on defense. Bah.
That's also true. The going second, going to be pretty good here for Justin, helping us have that partial mulligan as well as hopefully build a couple more.
Whoa.
Fails that last foundation, so we are on a 2-2 build, at least for card types on Justin's side. But on turn 1 for Ryan, we ended up building, I believe it was just the 3.
Yes. Yeah, Ryan was waffling between mulliganing or not and opted to keep his 3 foundation hand just because they're good enough for me, I think.
Yeah, and especially if you get to lead things off here with this turn 2 with something like a Vast Hybrid Chimera Kraken.
Barrett's favorite card?
Not anymore. Now it's Beast Time Rock Barrage, which is what Justin's playing. But the idea is, still being able to freeze half of the foundations on Justin's stage matters a lot.
It's a big deal. It's definitely a big deal. And the one he's looking at is it readies by committing a backup.
A night's rest. Yeah, and it also gives minus speed.
And it gives that's the reason I like it. Is because of the minus speed. Readying for backups. That's great.
Do you not like the pink cards around me?
No, I like the pink cards.
Oh, okay.
I don't play with them very often because
I saw you play with a bunch of shifted pink ones.
I did have an Andy deck I played for a really long time. I played it in Albuquerque, and I had a lot of fun. I think it was a very fun deck.
Heck yeah. The Bad Side Chimera Kraken, we've already resolved it, of course. We did freeze that incredible display, which is going to help us for later. But building out afterwards, finally free, short-lived promotion, and an inspiring song, doubling the size of our stage, and now Justin...
speed on stage.
Yeah, so Justin only having one foundation and one backup as well.
It's certainly a slow start for Justin as compared to last game where he had his 4 backups immediately.
Yeah, and I think, ready? Ryan making good adjustments. Ryan went and attacked one of the backups that was there because this early on, I think it was a lot harder. Justin transformed immediately on turn 2 with no chance of counterplay from Ryan because we went to 4 so fast. Being able to keep Zeke off of the 4 count in the middle of the game is so important. Things like Hunter's Ally, that's why they're in the deck. We want to turbo build them. We're playing Hunter's Ally and Beast Titan Rock Barrage so that we can get to that count as quickly as we can. So Hitch coming into play here makes a lot of sense. And then now also a 9 Titan throughout the ages. Titans under orders.
There's also the fact that when you hit a backup, you're guaranteed that momentum.
Yeah.
There's no opportunity for your opponent to block. So I think it did a number of cool things here. But Ryan now has to exploit this turn, right? Because next turn, Zeke is going to be online. And we do have to fight through -7 damage. So you're going to want to see those big numbers. You want to see something like double Titan Cliff determined advance. Absolutely.
More than that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have -11 damage over on Justin's side of stage. We built a Hitch, so...
is Hitch also minus damage?
Yeah, Hitch gives +1 or -1 damage for each backup in your stage.
Holy halibut.
Yeah, so that's one of the fire-attuned ones.
Max 5? Kevin Broberg would hate it.
Yeah, that's right. The guardrails, yes, of course. City Rampage, though, coming in here and not having an answer to the action card. Titan Cliff on a 6/7 as we check a 7 because of the +2 from our check. But immediately, fills the doubt.
Wow. See, this is the thing. People are really afraid of Titan Cliff.
It's the enabler of this deck. You have to have an answer to this.
If I was going to seal anything, it would be the determined advance.
That's fair because you can mess with the stats as well and deny the momentum. But the point is that this card is also kind of doing its best determined advance impersonation while also being able to filter your hand and give you a foundation.
True. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just asking questions.
Oh, it felt like you were disagreeing.
Well, no. In this specific situation for Justin, who's not going to be able to block more than once, I think it makes sense.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
But if you're equipped to block more than one thing, determined advance is the scariest thing in the world.
Absolutely.
Right? It's fueling Godzilla. It's saying it's very uncomfortable to deal with, right?
And has EX too.
Yeah, and in a pinch, it's
EX3
got
as well.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, not EX2.
EX as well.
Yes.
I get where I'm with you. Ooh, you don't want to check those. We don't have that many attacks in the deck.
No, especially on that one being a spell. We're not allowed to pick that one up, even if we transform. So Titan Cliff going to connect here, knocking Justin down. And how about not just the first Titan Cliff? How about a second one, 6, 7, 8?
Everyone loves a good sequel.
And yeah, exactly. Titan Cliff the sequel, Mount Lady the sequel.
Mount Lady the sequel.
Yeah, and it does check. We did use an expiring song during that last enhanced step so that we checked this without having to commit anything, of course. But this one doesn't look like another Filled With Doubt in sight, so we are going to be able to press every button on this one, including building in something like a copy of Finally Free and a full review of 3 cards. We're fishing for orange ones.
2, 3, found one.
We found one. Smashing Stomp being pretty good here.
Smashing Stomp is so funny to me because it's not the card people point at when they're like, this is an annoying card, but it does a lot for Godzilla.
It feels good for a rare from that deck, right?
Yeah.
It's a low zone thing. People say lows don't matter. I don't know. That one's been in every Godzilla deck I've ever seen in my entire life.
It sure has been.
Draws you a card, gives you +1 to your check no matter what, and EX.
Mm-hmm. It's a big deal for a deck that wants to kill you with Walk the Dogs.
Yeah, it's another dual threat.
It's a card that feels uncomfortable to block, but also does something if they don't.
Determined
Here
advance.
it is.
6,
Determined
7, 8,
advance.
9. Checking a 5, 7. Yeah, and we had the +2 because we
Yeah.
spent one of our momentums that we had just gotten.
Yeah.
And so now this is going to come in with the +1, +4. It's going to give us another momentum. And as Zeke goes down to 22, this one itself is going to do 10 of that. We need to find 12 more afterwards.
Well, so we do have access to damage reduction, so
Yep,
it's going to go
there it
down. Yeah, it's going to go down to 7. Can use Inspiring Song for even more plus their checks.
+5 total to play our next card.
Wild.
This is exactly what this deck is supposed to do once you have the momentum and you can keep it going. Very well-oiled machine. Smashing Stomp 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. +5 to our check, 8.
Yeah,
and 9.
tap 1, okay? Okay, Ryan, tap your 1.
Tap your 1.
God, the nerve of some people.
This one's going to be for 10 damage at its current pace, which is not lethal,
Nope, not yet.
but it could draw us another card. And if we do choose to preemptively spend a momentum to give us another +2 to our check, we could maybe find lethal
Could
here.
find one. I think you press the button just in case, because you're going to be
You're getting a bunch of it back.
getting so much momentum already. If you draw the attack, you kill, right?
Going to commit this back up and ready that Knight's Rest that you were talking about.
Nice. Commit it for -2 speed, okay.
And then countered it with the +2 speed from the Bass Hyper Command Kraken in our momentum. Man, I remember that was the best attack in the game. Now I don't know anymore, man.
I don't know.
At times it's changed.
Times have changed.
And then
We're
there it
doing
is. He's doing it. He's going to
Yeah.
press the +2. Or no, we're EXing this time, actually.
EX3, saying
Yeah.
I value doing 10.
Need this one to land. And then it looks like we are also
And
+2 to our check.
Godzilla.
We are looking to draw another attack if we don't already have it. It connects single digits now. Draws a random card.
What is it? Come on, Ryan.
I don't know. I didn't
For
see
the
it.
boys at home, it's
Titan
another
clip 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
11.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for 3
Yikes.
more.
We're getting
And
a game
that
3?
is game 2 going to Ryan Field. We've got a match.
I love that he called the shot.
He did. He drew it. He got it.
Called the shot. He took it. I like that. Both players went for that.
Razor thin margins, Bromley.
I don't know. 6 attacks in a turn is not what I would describe as razors.
But that's
thin.
not what he had. That's not what he started with.
Well, but I don't think it's razor thin because Ryan checked 3 threes on that turn. The margins, if he could, it could have gone way, way better.
But he could have drawn
On
way
that-
less attacks.
The thing is, even if he did survive that, if he did not draw the attack there, we're sitting pretty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Stage is pretty healthy.
Yeah.
Just blank.
Health is it's blank, but we had enough foundations
Ton of momentum.
and a ton of momentum for the follow up. I think that Justin was solidly in the oh crap chair, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he'd have to
the going second chair, I call it.
the going second chair. I go second a lot.
Wait.
What?
Wait, well, we said the same thing.
Hmm?
Nothing. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. But okay, do you think we're gonna sideboard? We're gonna stick to what we got.
I think if anyone's going to sideboard, it's Ryan.
Yeah.
Like you said, those
He's
defensive
going
tools.
second
Yeah, he's going second. And he went second game 1, but game 1 you don't have access to your sideboard yet. But as we're already doing the shuffle here, I wonder if maybe that's not the decision. Or
He
they're
feels confident.
Or they're already in there, right? You know, we did see Ryan at least have or draw and discard a Filled with Doubt, which are in his sideboard. I don't know how, and none of them are main boarded. So they did come in even when he was going first.
Right. I don't think the Runaways came in.
No, and I don't think they matter so much in this
No.
format, or in this deck, I should say.
No.
Not a ton of extra stats. Obviously, the 9 Titans throughout the ages do give us stats there, but
Right, but the character and some of the other pieces, setting respect to between 6 and 8 or 8 to 6.
Yeah.
It's not as I mean, maybe disrupting a Falling Titans loop could be
Yeah.
could feel advantageous, but yeah, I agree. I think that it's putting in any more actions into this deck really messes with consistency.
it's just if I have a runaway to the Falling Titans and clogging a card in the card pool, I think I would have rather just used the Filled with Doubt to say you don't get it back. And it also says it doesn't have shift.
Yes, that's true. All right, well, I think this is the first game or first match I've seen today that went to game 3.
I had one earlier with Jesse, I think. Yeah.
Oh well, that's fair. Okay, I didn't recognize your game, buddy.
But remember, everybody at home, we're not the ones picking the matches. So,
True, yeah. Cardwell is picking all these easy peasy matches. Okay, it's not on me. It's not on my good friend Bear. It's all Tam's fault. What are we digging through the deck for?
So Zeke Yeager has an ability at the beginning of the game. You get to go search your deck for a backup.
Oh, and put it in hand.
Yeah. So you're not actually a 5-hander at the beginning of the game. At the start of your first turn of the game, search your deck for one non-unique.
It's been so long since I saw this guy
Yeah.
like in front of me. I did watch one in a Top Cut recently, but I watched a lot of UFS in the last 2 weeks.
You said you did your homework. You said it's been a minute. You were playing, right? You haven't commentated in a while. We've missed you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I
I don't think I've commentated with you since Denver.
No.
So, but hey, you did your research, and I mean, like I said last match, you did a lot. You did a lot of talking last match, and I was like, hey, I'm in, dude. I'll pull up some cards. We'll talk about the game. But talk about the game. There's immediately 4 backups in Justin's stage. This is again, we're gonna see this immediate draw 4 flip over kind of play.
Yeah, no opportunity for Ryan to punch them either this time.
No, and we're not on symbols to play things like Devastating Loss.
Build 5. The first 2 games we built 3 turn 1. Build 5.
We're going to have a real one for sure.
Yeah.
And we look immediately into our discard pile, I think looking for whatever kind of backups we could build from either Hunter's Ally or Beast Titan Rock Barrages.
I just want to say that Justin using this gross grocery bag for his character is giving me the jeebies. Okay? Sir, we've got an alternate art 9 Titans in the deck and a bunch of obsidians. You can afford a regular sleeve, okay?
Grocery bag is a crazy way to describe it.
Look at this thing.
It looks like a team bag.
It's crinkling. I can hear it crinkle from here, okay? I'm sure Stream can too, okay? Everybody at home, we need to send Justin Martin a penny sleeve.
Or something.
Or, yeah, actually maybe a real grocery bag would do it for me.
The rest of his deck is just in normal sleeves. You could just put it in a normal sleeve.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Meanwhile, we did draw our 4 and transform, and then we built out. I mean, we built even more backups and some foundations as well. So it feels a little bit better, but not getting any damage on the board. It's funny because now it's the battle of the real 6-hand size 34 life characters.
Correct. Yeah. Godzilla is often doing between 8 and 10, and that means 3 moves kills a lot of characters, right?
Yes.
But Zeke is actually 4. And because of these backups that give minus damage,
Even
more sometimes, it's an awkward number for Godzilla, which is why mirrors end up being kind of sloggy sometimes.
Yeah.
Because they don't know whether to tee off, right? Godzillas don't, a lot of the time, right? You're tempted to just go because you have the capacity for it. If you just City Rampage plus 5 attacks, you're going to try to resolve 5 attacks. And sometimes that's not the right decision all the time, right?
We might be considering resetting.
Are there 10 on the board? I don't think there's 10 on the board.
Foundations-wise, we
I
built
think there's
5,
8.
6, 7, 8, 9, 9 max. So you're right. Yeah, you're right. So we can't actually press the button.
He certainly could, but I think that would put Ryan on the back foot. We don't have a hand to build even 2 and feel really comfortable about it. I think it's going to be the Vast Hybrid into build, perhaps.
Nope, Titan Cliff is what it seems to
Titan
be.
Cliff. Okay,
and
let's
immediately
see.
Justin picks up his hand,
Yeah,
so
it says, I've got it.
He's
Yeah.
immediately going for a Filled with Doubt, as we can see. There it is. This card has no text, but it will still come in with the +3 damage. And we checked a 3 on this, right? So this is not the best, but we do already have a finally free in.
Check the 4 because of the
For,
interview.
you're right, sorry. Yes, which is why we only committed 2.
Yeah.
But we are going to get a momentum from the finally free that we already had, and we have a fearsome if we want to draw a bonus card, but this attack otherwise is blank.
And so for the folks at home, this is the first time we've had Godzilla on stream, I think.
No, we did one earlier.
We did one earlier? Okay.
You weren't here.
Okay. Well, if anybody's not familiar with the playstyle of this turbo Godzilla deck, the Titan Cliff does a ton for you, right?
Yes.
It grabs our anti-card. Does anti-card remind you of the name of it?
Finally free.
Finally free. It grabs finally free, which is incredible for the deck. It's just flip, get a momentum. A lot of these tools that grab momentum from the deck needed other input.
Yeah.
Or they destroyed themselves, right? They were not as advantageous. And so finally free is kind of the key that gave Godzilla the tools it needed to really, really send it early and as often as it can. Because Titan Clip cycles your hand to dig for more attacks, and it builds in a key piece that gets you momentum. So it's functionally, like you were saying earlier, another copy of Determined Advanced.
Yeah.
Right?
If not more, because it also expands your stage.
Yes, gets you another foundation to tap later on, right? So it's like a pseudo 5 difficulty move in that way. So sealing it here feels great defensively for a character like Zeke, who is not here trying to chain block a bunch of highs and lows.
Yeah.
Right? And so preventing your opponent from digging and from expanding their stage is a pretty big deal, especially when Ryan has not played a City Rampage. Did I say it right this time? I know I say it 8 different ways. Is it City Rampage?
Yeah, you nailed it this time. You normally say like Rampage of the City
Yeah,
or
citywide Rampage.
Citywide Rampage.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it's Citywide Crisis is the card you're thinking.
Crisis, yeah.
That's the one with
I'm so
Gran
good.
Torino on. And
I think about it all the time. Speaking of City Rampage, we just checked one.
we did, and we also attacked a backup for that Vast Hyper Chimera Kraken. Again,
Nice.
guarantees to deal damage.
Yeah.
Can't counterplay it too much. And we had already gotten the Hitch Enhance off of Zeke earlier on the Titan Cliff, so there wasn't a huge giant damage reduction, enough to kill off that Titan's Under Order.
Getting the momentum is a big deal for Godzilla. You know, having 3 or 4 momentum, which is what we have right now, right, means we can go hella deep
Yeah.
on a later turn.
It was what led to the success from the kind of string that we saw Ryan do in Game 2.
Yeah, and crucially, what made Game 1 go Justin's way was that he didn't have any momentum on the follow-up turn.
Yeah.
Right. Not just that, he also didn't have the juice. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, what makes Godzilla really, really, really go off, right, is when he has a lot of momentum.
That's what he's meant to do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he has a static ability that is just a deck building restriction,
Mm-hmm.
and he has 1 enhance on him and a once per game.
Yeah.
That's all he does. He's like, I want to spend momentum. That's the thing I do.
Yeah. Love him or hate him, he's pretty simple.
He's very simple.
Yeah.
You know who's not simple?
Barrett Bryant?
The Beast Titan.
Oh yeah. Barrett Bryant is a lot like the Beast
I'm
Titan.
a simple man.
A simple kind of man?
Yeah.
I don't know any
With a
other
simple
lyrics.
plan.
Oh, a simple plan. That's a different band.
Yeah, I knew where you were going.
Okay. Well, thanks. Appreciate you. Well, I don't know what this one is, guys.
This is Hunter's Ally.
Oh, okay. There's so many different
These
arts
are
to
these
this
incredible cool promos that we saw from Justin doing well in Denver. He has these very, very cool, especially the silver one of getting a finalist of the Hunter's Ally art that we saw.
So I'll tell you a story. Earlier, I went to the vendors, right? And I was like, I haven't gotten any of these Chun-Li decks, okay?
yeah, I made those.
You made those?
Yeah.
You were the designer on the Street Fighter deck?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's so cool, Barry.
Okay, anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, that's cool. That's awesome. I think they're cool products. But I wanted to get the aerial Kokosho.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think it's a neat card. I think that I think it's funny in Mikasa because lobbing an 11 damage nuke on your opponent's turn is funny. And
it's another enhanced step for you to draw cards if you want to do it.
Yes, exactly. And so I went to the vendor and I saw it had another kick from Chun-Li's deck, and I was like, "Oh, is that the aerial Kokosho?" And the guy just said yes. And I was like, "Oh, it's got the cute like top 32. How much is it?" He said like $40. And I was like,
no,
"Cool, now I've got 2 aerial Kokoshos." It's not aerial Kokosho.
It's 100 it's 100 lightning kicks.
It's
Sorry.
100 lightning kicks. So I'm the proud owner of a top 3200 lightning kicks.
Oh, this looks great.
It does look great. It looked really cool. I thought it was the Kokosho.
Sorry, bud.
Which, as somebody, this is what Kokosho looks like, right? It's like a ranged move.
Yeah, and you can do aerial ones in Street Fighter 6.
Whoa. I just know how to do the many kicks, which is, as it turns out, 100 lightning kicks.
Yes.
But I just shoved them all in this deck because I wanted to make the Mikasa a little more casual for games that I'm playing off stream.
Love it.
Today. Didn't want to.
We did get a full block fail on this Hunter's Ally. And, so not a lot of rebuttal here and follow-up, but we are going to keep expanding the stage here on Justin's side. Remember, at any point we could just be pitching our backups from our hand to pick up these range cards from our discard pile. But again, not necessarily having exactly what we're looking for, just still trying to stabilize.
Well, bring up the Zeke. Is it an enhance or?
It is an enhance.
We need to have one first.
Yeah, and so we played the Hunter's Ally.
And it didn't do it.
And it did end up building us something that I think is going to help us along the way. We built
Genghis Frog.
We have a Genghis Frog now in our stage.
Yeah, this is a card I know people were really hyped about in Pony.
Yes.
Because she has the fire symbol and access to the Hunter's Ally, right? And it's so funny. This and Massive Mutant Machine, like people looking at it and be like, well, I don't want to build that on a fire.
The way we built
Genghis Frog.
We have a Genghis Frog now in our stage.
Yeah, this is a card I know people were really hyped about in Pony.
Yes.
Because she has the fire symbol and access to the Hunter's Ally, right? And it's so funny. This and Massive Mutant Machine, like people looking at it and be like, well, I don't want to build that on a 5.
Yeah.
I don't want to build on a 7, and they just play something like
You play a 5 different tag that builds it for you.
you play some way to cheat it in. And personally, not a fan, but I get it. All right, we check a 3 on this one. Sorry, a 4 because of league interview.
True.
Opening with determined advance is interesting to me, right? We're not getting the dream scenario of a city rampage, but this is as uncomfortable as a poke as there is. You don't want to just take 9.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, stats can never go below 6 mid for 6 unless you do something like a Filled with Doubt on it. But we pretty much, if you're Justin and you have a Filled with Doubt, it's always exclusively getting used for a Titan Cliff right now. So this one you feel a little awkward to mess with. Can't be damage reduced. It can't be speed hated, which is what we built. It's what we spent our entire turn basically building after we used that our Hunter's Ally.
Yeah.
And so this being a lead is just uncomfy, right?
I mean, he certainly doesn't have enough damage reduction tools to make these feel, truly like terrible.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, it's just big stages, right?
Yeah. Taking the 6 though, as we go down to 27, Ryan Field still at full, feeling very good, and then we immediately are going for a horrifying realization form ability to not only try and cycle and find something new for Ryan, but making the sculpting side of Justin not as good as we pitched a Beast Titan Rock Barrage that we had in our hand.
Yeah. I mean, that's one we can pick up, right?
Yeah.
And into a board like Ryan's, like, what are you going to be committing? It's like Incredible Display, and that's it.
Yeah, and then one we haven't seen in a long time.
Blue Flame Torment.
Blue Flame Torment, and this one is another one that really, really benefits from having a lot of momentum because later on in your string, you can have a bonus effect of the card pool ability, which is we can flip this over and spin one to check hack. We can give -2.
Yeah, I mean, never underestimate the power of using the Chimera Kraken for 2 speed on a later move and then using that for Blue Flame Torment's response.
Yeah.
Right? 4 speed out of nowhere, right?
Big swing.
So if we die here, it's going to be due to that specific interaction because Zeke is not good at dealing with big stats on that number column.
Yeah, and if we do have to do them, it's because, we have these Night's Rests, but you still have to turn them sideways to do so. It's -2 speed, but it's actually it feels like -1.
Right.
And we already have a pretty committed stage with not only the character and 3 of our foundations, but 2 of our Yeager's followers are also sideways.
Yep. Well, it looks like we drew the attacks, but maybe not necessarily the support for them, and that means because of all the momentum we got last turn, we still got it.
Yeah, that one did connect, of course, though. So we are at 19 now for Justin. This one is only going to be for 9 currently. It's going to give us +1 to our check no matter what. And the question becomes now, at what point do we attempt to maybe block something as Justin? We still have a readied hitch as well. So we have -5 damage. It is how we saw him win game 2.
Yeah, but do you think he can pass 2 more?
+1 to the check currently. I think we can pass the next one guaranteed, and then we still have a momentum to get us there. 5, 6, 7, 8. Checks a 6, 7, 8. This is looking like we could as long as we can have another move after this.
It's certainly possible.
Yeah, commit and freeze one of those Night's Rests. It is frozen.
But he can just ready that one.
I think they are once per turns, though. So I think
if it was already ready.
We picked the one that had already been ready.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you really only have access now to this -2 speed here, the hitch, and then the double Yeager's follower that can give -speed as well.
Hitch is going to be giving -5 to something?
Yeah, -5 damage is what we have access to. This gives -2 speed because we have a total of 4 Yeager's followers in our stage.
Right.
And we have another one if we want to as well.
Yeah, I feel like we have the capacity to block 1 pretty good.
And it's probably this one right here.
Yeah.
We don't want to go all the way down to 1.
Do not. Yeah, we do not. But, I mean, any other move would be lethal, right? No, they're all printed 6.
Yeah, we don't have a city rampage, which would put us at that 10 threshold.
Yeah.
Something like a walk the dog could do it, I guess. We have momentum from
the powerful, sure. Yeah, and we haven't seen one played yet.
All match.
Not a single time.
Is it now the time to walk the dog?
Walking the dog.
I was setting you up for it, yeah.
Meow.
So 2 high for 9 right now. Doing some math. Even with a +3 block modifier is failable right now. So the question is looking for a +2 or better. Even a partial block feels better than nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't want to go to 1. But we know that he has a harness on Death in Hand, which has a 1 high.
Correct.
But
But it might be the key to how do we win the game.
That was the card he was really trying to grip. But
it's
you
the
need
one we can't pick up.
You need another turn. You need another turn. It doesn't matter, if you don't die here, right? It matters. Sorry, it doesn't matter if you can't win next turn. If you just don't get to next turn.
Correct.
Right.
And we saw the similar scenario when Justin did the aggression on game 1. That at gate, Ryan played great defense to get there, but if you don't grow out of the gas, you just probably end up dying the turn following.
I mean, the thing is that you have to worry about whether or not what is next, right? You do have to worry about what the follow-up is. And so...
Is it a walk?
It's a walk.
We found it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3.
That's not enough, I don't think.
4, 5, 6, 7. Because we needed that momentum. We didn't, plus our check. A 3 check ending Ryan's turn here.
Yeah. But this means that Justin has to go for the win because he's at 10.
And we just got rid of that harness and death.
And we got rid of our harness and death. And we have a frozen moments res.
But we can get that one back.
Yeah. That one we can commit one of our Yeagerists to open up.
Razor thin margins.
I think they're on a tightrope. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, that's fine. But that implies we're like at a circus or something. And, draws up for hand size. I only see...
We have enough backups to fuel this turn.
Yeah, we can start pitching
I don't know if
stuff.
it's 30 damage worth of this turn.
It looks like it would be a lead-off into a political strife to get there. We are also going to press the button on killing the old ways.
Commit one rival foundation.
Of our choice.
Yeah. So, interesting. Because I don't feel like this is the kill turn. League interview, which counts as 2 foundations for blocking.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Incredible Display might not necessarily touch anything that we plan on doing this turn. So no need to do that one. And remember, Genghis Frog being here says it's going to be a little bit easier. We need less attacks because they all will come in with +3 damage.
Yeah, we are at 34, though. So I could see, potentially, I would say the attack in hand into a barrage, into some amount of 4 diffs is what I would...
Over playing something like a Falling Titans on a 7.
If you were going to go for Falling Titans, you would tap the Incredible Display.
That is also true.
Right.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, you're right.
That's the only reason I think he's not going for a Falling Titans loop.
Political Strife, though, coming in. It's going to come in with the 2/2 because it is ranged, and it has Blitz, +1 damage for each backup in your stage. We have a total of 6 of them, so it will get the extra 6 damage, and, of course, the 3 damage from Genghis Frog. So this is going to get +13 damage across it all, right? Sorry, +11 damage across.
Yeah, that's a big move. If you have a couple more of those, I think Ryan is going to look to hold on to that... Oh, God, what's it called? The action that seals
Filled with doubt.
Filled with doubt. I'm filled with regret because I can't remember the name of that card.
That's okay, that's why I'm here.
Thanks, buddy. But filled with doubt, I think is going to be used for the final move.
It would make sense.
It would be what I...
Unless the final move is blank and doesn't actually have any text on it.
Well, but I would assume it's going to be more of these political strife cards, right?
Yeah,
I have a guess that we're going to grab a Beast Titans Rock Barrage, which we see there, and then we're going to try to grab as many of those political strifes as possible, which I think the deck only plays 2, so there may not even be one there.
Yeah.
So it might just be a string of Beast Titans Rock Barrages.
So I guess I'm a little confused on the stats. I'm not sure, did we just not get to press the Blitz, or did we just not do it? Because I'm currently seeing +2, +5 on this move.
That would be Zeke plus the...
That's just Zeke plus Genghis.
Yeah, Genghis Frog. So we didn't press the Blitz move?
I don't know.
Maybe they just haven't put the stats on it
we just
yet.
haven't done the button yet.
Yeah. Or maybe Justin just forgot.
No, I just don't think we did it.
He just didn't forgot.
I don't know. I can't see the slide total necessarily right now, but it did connect, of course, and we picked up that Beast Titan Rock Barrage just like you said. I'm not sure exactly, this is going to help us build a 9 Titans from our discard pile, which is helping us
give reach.
A little more reach, and also still comes in with the +2, +5.
Yeah.
And it's going to commit that Incredible Display down as well, and the Guardian.
So the thing is, now you could go for that Falling Titans line, but it's just
Now they're on eights.
eights. There's no way. There's no way. Even with 6s on top, you can only resolve 2 of those, and that's not enough. I think it's just kind of random that we just forgot to press our button. That would have given 6
It's enough
damage.
now, right? It is because we built in the 9 Titans. They're for 10 because of Genghis Frog. Actually, no, they're for 12 because of all the damage that's coming in. So if
Right.
one of them doubled, played it twice, playing it twice is enough.
Doubling this guy to 20 damage, by the way.
Or no, we did speed
Speed.
because it comes in. Yeah, so it's actually a 10 mid. It's a 10 mid for 10.
Kind of announcing that we're not going to be attacking again.
I'm not too sure. Have we pressed Zeke again? Do we have another backup in our hand to pitch and pick up a range card? It looks like that's what we're doing right now. Any range card we
I think
want.
another Beast Titan, because we just discarded a. Yeah, it is. Because we discarded another 9 Titans, we'll be able to build in that 9 Titans. We're checking a 5, I assume, a 5 or 6, because that's what, Justin looked very happy with what he saw on top.
Yeah, probably
So,
6. I can only assume.
Yeah, it's one or the other. But we've readied both of our Moment's Rest. That's not the name of that card either.
Night's Rest.
Night's Rest. So I don't know how many more of these we could possibly get through.
We need to play 3 moves, I think, at this point.
Yeah,
So
Ryan is he's got no compunction with pressing this button defensively, right?
we have so much momentum.
Yeah, it's something that I really got to applaud him for is that he's saying, hey, you may be putting hella speed or damage on these. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna prepare myself, right, for the eventuality that is the final move, and maybe I can block it like he did in the first game.
Yeah, I think the hard part here, right, is, again, here's that 9 Titans throughout the ages. If we chose to double the damage, it would be lethal. But
Yes,
it's very
you can
blockable
definitely
because
block it.
Ryan has +2 already. We can spend another momentum.
Yeah.
Your 5 mid can be quite blocked when your opponent has +4 to their check to player card.
I think it's you got to try to go for the third Rock Brush if it's available. If it's available, I think that's the play because the
5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8.
because this is a 5 mid 10, and if he blocks, we won't have enough of the Godzilla enhances to be able to block the
card,
follow.
and the card
with
in
the
the
card and the
call.
card. I just don't think it's feasible. So you have to let this one go and don't do. Dang, I wouldn't have done it.
It is current. I think it's because he has to keep pressing the speed button.
Sure, but it makes it so that the next one's going to be a lot harder to. It's going to be a lot easier to block.
Yeah, because this one doesn't present lethal,
Yeah.
and now we're gonna have +6 to Ryan's check to test it.
Yeah.
But what if it's just the wrong block mod, block zone?
We do have access to a hitch for +5 damage here.
True, that is true.
So this one will be for 15, and it means the next move will be a lot. It doesn't need to be as big, right? But
Is there a world? Have we already readied both Nice Rest? I've been so locked in on like what the moving pieces
both
and what
been
could.
readied.
They've
They've
both
both
been
been
readied
readied.
already. So yeah, so Hitch can only be used for its ability at this point.
yes, and so we can pick up a Hunter's Ally, and not much else. It looks like, and the
Build
Hunter's
up
Ally is
ally
an 8.
card.
We see
Yeah.
Justin really digging for what move is going to get picked up. The only option is a Falling Titans or the Hunter's Ally. Oh, it looks like we do have
There
the second
is
copy.
a political strife.
Yeah, but do you think that Ryan has the zone, like he
Do
did
you
in
have
that?
the low?
Yeah. Does he have a low or
We
a high?
know that he has a fill without, and I don't remember the other card.
Well, but Justin doesn't know.
Oh, true.
Justin has no idea what might be in hand. Yeah, I think
It has to be that one, right?
Listen, this is a guy who plays with Kevin Broberg all the time.
Yeah.
Mr. Low blocks aren't real, right? So if I were to hazard against, and it's also a 4 diff versus the 5, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little safer, and we're gonna put the 5 damage on this, which I think is the correct play.
Yeah, 5 damage.
You know that this one's gonna be a lot harder to block, so you may as well
10
load it
mid
onto him.
for 15, putting Ryan down to 1, meaning you just have to have the right block zone. 4, 5, 6, 7. We could also just fail it, right? If we check a 3.
I think he checked.
Oh, we have looked
I
with
think he
Yeagers.
has looked with the final Yeagerist.
We have spelled out the path.
The final Team MGLA member.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
In reference. Okay.
They're a team of Yeagerists. So I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Yeah, we did turn.
I think it'd be really funny if you had a bunch of alt arts, right? Altars that's like, here's my boys.
that's pretty cool.
My team on it. I think that'd be funny.
do we go for the? I mean, it's 10 mid. Even if you had a +1 mid block,
Plus
with
4
+4 to your
to it,
check,
it's
you
in-
get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on your character.
You need a 0 mid. You
Or
need a
check
0.
a 6.
Oh, or check a 6. Okay, so
Oh, finally free.
what's the block modifier on this one?
Not enough. We checked
Misses
a
it.
5.
Well,
so
but I think this means that no matter what, we're dead.
yeah, we go to 1, and how we play a political serve on a 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, as long as it's not a 3 check, it's going to be able to pass. You don't need your character anymore. We keep up a moment of normalcy just in case. It comes in with the +2, and
Doesn't really
even
matter,
the seal
though.
doesn't matter. He's
Yeah,
like, I had
there's
a
the
mid block
set.
anyway. And the match going to Justin Martin, piloting the Zeke Yeager from set 2. Razor thin margins, Bromley.
I'm gonna throttle you
Okay.
with love.
That was my last time commenting with you today, so I had to get you a little annoyed. So,
I'm not annoyed.
And
that
that
was
is-
a lot of fun.
and honestly, it played out just fine. Look at how happy he is, and look, hey, is that him? Look, the glasses. Is that the same person?
He just needs to grow a beard.
Yeah, he's got to get the. And he's working
Cut
on
his
it. You
hair,
see,
yeah.
so
Yeah, definitely.
congratulations though to Justin Martin, who is on his way and very much wants a day 2 Worlds invite. So,
I think so too.
and he's
think
pretty close. He's very close.
He's very close.
But that's already even overtime now in the regular rounds. And I think we're going to have him walk over a little bit and talk about how razor thin those margins were for Justin. And also, I mean, you said you were already talking to him today. Do you have any particular question you want to ask him? Or
I wanted to ask him if he has an 8-pack. Well, like you said, he looks a lot like Zeke, so
Oh, that is fair.
Yeah.
I'll ask that one if you ask him a real question.
okay.
Or do you want me to ask?
I'll ask him a real question.
Oh, no, I'll ask the real question. Okay. All right, okay. So we have Justin Martin that's going to be joining us behind us. Welcome, Justin. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much.
I think we both have a question for you. Yeah, just
Yeah.
for the feedback. We both have a question. I'm going to go first. That entire match was on a tightrope the entire time.
Of course.
Razor thin margins, you might say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you will have with Godzilla every time.
Right,
Uh-huh.
but it was just to we applauded in game 1 your strong razor thin aggression that he just didn't end up drawing attacks anyway, but it's because you forced him to block with key pieces because of how powerful you were providing an offense, and we saw the key of game 1 and game 3 flipping immediately with no interaction of your opponent because you built so well.
Exactly.
Is that why you chose to play this character for this event, because of just being able to do that so strongly in game or going first over something like a Han Zoe?
That is a much better reason than the reason I chose. Unfortunately, I had like 3 decks that I was choosing between, and Zeke wasn't one of them. But like Corey brought Zeke stuff,
Yeah.
And I was like, sure, I'll run it because I know the backup stuff is good. I just haven't played with it a lot. I think I would have liked to play Zeke 2, but I think that one needs a little bit more practice. So I figured I'd slam Zeke 1 because the games I have played with it were fun, and that's usually enough for me to slam it for a regional, to be honest.
It looked fun. It was a great game.
Yeah,
it's a great game.
hell of a match. That's the most fun I've ever had playing as Godzilla. So
That's
what I
great.
gotta say,
And I think Bromley's got a question too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so we thought you looked a lot like Zeke. Do you have an 8-pack?
Sorry, what?
Do you have an 8-pack?
So unfortunately, I have to go into beast form for that. So it's only, so
That's the hair. That's what he goes into beast form way
He
more
hides his
often.
power in his hair like Samson.
But
sure.
Justin, congratulations.
Thank you so much. That was a crazy match.
And you're
That was
on,
fun.
and you are on the grind right now for getting into like 100% locked in for everything. You just have to do a little bit better, right? You like a few more points, right, for day 2.
yeah. So
You're so
no,
close.
day 2 I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
were you
fighting
locked?
for top 8. That's the one that I'm fighting for. and
Gotcha.
I'm trying to get my trip paid for. So
Absolutely.
You
Well,
know.
you're on your way there right now. Congratulations and keep up the good work. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you both for commentating the match.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take the mic. Give me the mic from you.
See you, Justin.
Alrighty. And with that, that is going to conclude.
Round 6?
Or we're gonna talk about the top 30 players again. We're going to keep an eye out on the field as we're getting closer and closer, but that is our round 6. So this is what players looked like going into this round.
Yes.
Ryan Field was one of the few truly undefeateds, and now he has been defeated by Justin Martin, who was
Yeah.
below him in the standings.
It's 4-1.
Yeah, so now the question is, how did Wub and Travis do against each other? Because they were obviously probably paired.
Yeah.
And Gavin Kale over here, the Devil Gens, these aggro decks still coming in the rides, but Hans Zoe right behind these backup decks making another strong appearance this event.
Yeah, I mean, we see a lot of the same names from earlier in the day. We see Dawson still there with his Porco deck. Carson still in the wings with his Rodan. David Toombs
There he
playing it up today. He said, I don't want to commentate, I want to play.
I got a horse in this race,
and
and
he's
there he
playing,
is.
He's playing, and we'd love to see it. But yeah, we got some people on the cusp here. to keep an eye on in these coming 2 rounds?
I think it's pretty much good to go for anyone that might be like X21. I think that's because we just went over.
Rounds.
Yeah, we just went over the amount that you need to do a top 16 and the extra round, of course. So like X21, I think is where you're kind of aiming. I'm not good on bracket math though, so I don't know if that's actually true or not. But I would assume that's what you're looking for. Someone who's X and 2 could probably make they're going to be pretty well feeling good,
Yeah.
and so then that extra little push over the edge might help you as well.
For sure. These storylines that we've been weaving through the day are going to come to a head in these next 2 rounds. So don't touch that dial.
We'll be back.